room full of Americans who don't follow the world. Ordinary Americans in Kansas and Iowa and Missouri, even New Jersey. Why should they care?
Wow, that's a very good question,
Why should they care about what you do, about what's going on in Iran? Why should they support a movement to bring change to your country?
Honestly, that's a very good question. None of the journalists ask me. You see, these days I'm everywhere. This is the question. Because Iranians are not fighting for themselves. Iranians are trying to save the whole world from one of the most dangerous regimes. Right now that I'm talking to you, Iranian regime send drones to Putin to kill innocent Ukrainians. You know, when Putin went to Georgia, people in America were like, we are not Georgian. When Putin went to Syria, some of you were saying that, we are not Syrians. For years and years, anti-Putin activists have been warning you about the danger of Putin. No? Now Putin is in the heart of Europe, in Ukraine. Putin is not alone. Khamenei is helping him. Dictators around the world, they help each other. And believe me, dictators are more united than democratic countries. From Russia to China to Iran, Venezuela, everywhere. But right now that I'm talking to you, American citizens are in prison. UK citizens, Swedish citizens, French citizens, German citizens, and they're all being used like bargaining chip to get nuclear deal. So you see, imagine a day that all democratic countries get united and downgrade their diplomatic relation with the Islamic Republic and ask them to release all innocent political prisoners. If the democratic countries do not get united to end Islamic terror, believe me, the Islamic terrorists will get united. The dictators will get united and they will end democracy. They will end us, every single of you. And that's why you should care about it. When Burkini ban happened in France, the whole feminists around the world, they got united. When George Floyd got brutally killed, the whole world got united. There was women's march everywhere. My body, my choice. What is different between the women of Iran and the women of the West? And last thing, I have a simple question. I really want you to answer. If it was not the women of Iran, it was the women in America being kicked out from a stadium, what would have been your reaction? Outrage. If it was not the girls from Afghanistan, it was the girls in America being kicked out from schools just because being girls, what would have been your reaction? What is different? What is different between the girls in Afghanistan, in Iran, and the girls, the women here in the West? This is not acceptable. Women's rights, human rights, it's a global issue. And I don't accept when the politicians in the West saying that we don't want to interfere in internal matter, but by keeping silent or sending billions of dollars to Iranian regime or negotiating with them, you are actually interfering. Because there is a war being imposed on women and men in Iran by Iranian regime. When you go and negotiate with the warmongers regime, you're taking side and you're interfering in internal matter. I want you to stay in the right side of the history with the people of Iran. Thank you for asking this question.
So you just took us into the world of policy. So let me ask you, the United States government has recently said that it is shifting, it's no longer emphasizing its pursuit of a nuclear deal. It doesn't say it's stopping, it's just moving away from it.
We're getting there.
And you have met with senior U.S. government officials. So let me ask you, do you feel as though you are getting the right level of support? Do you feel as though the U.S. government is adopting the right policy? And what more would you like to see the Biden administration do to advance the cause of freedom in Iran?
With your help, we're going to get there. First of all, I have to make the U.S. government, Biden administration, to understand that when we talk about Islamic terror, when we talk about Islamic Republic, when we talk about gender apartheid regime, it should be bipartisan. Doesn't matter whether you support Republicans or Democrats. You believe in women's rights, no? You believe in democracy, no? If not, you care about the safety of Americans, no? So that's why we have to see this like bipartisan issue. Yes, they're shifting the tone. I understand that now. They're supporting the uprising, but I want them, I'm coming back from Paris, so I met with President Macron. I actually made him to recognize the uprising as it is, as a revolution. I'm not saying that this is going to happen overnight. This is a marathon. We have a long road, we have a tough road ahead, but this is a revolution. So we need action. When they say that, yes, the nuclear kind of, we're not going to negotiate with the Islamic Republic until they stop killing people, but this is, we don't need empty words. We need actions. First, recognize the revolution. Second, call your allies to recall their ambassadors. Third, we want the leaders of G7 to kick out all the diplomats and Islamic Republic officials who are killing Iranian teenagers and children in the streets. Is that too much to ask? President Biden was the one actually pro-banning South Africa. You remember that? Islamic Republic is gender apartheid regime as well. So I need him to call its allies to ban Islamic Republic from everywhere, because Islamic Republic is a gender apartheid regime. And right now, oil workers are walking out from their work. Teachers, university professors, they're actually supporting this revolution. But we need help and support from Western countries. We need actions, not empty words. To be honest, I'm going to actually repeat that again. Many people say that, so you're asking American government to save Iranians? No. I want them to stop saving the Islamic Republic.
Look,